The following program is a special presentation of the BTN Network, produced in association with Penn State University.
Coming up on this episode of We Are the Millennials, step outside of the classroom and travel to Curacao with biology students, race horses in the Equine program, promote awareness in the community, and more. On location at Cafe Laura. Every generation has events that shape who they are. The greatest generation defeated fascism in World War II. The silent generation was defined by ambiguity and the forgotten war. Baby boomers had Woodstock, and Generation Xers had the introduction of personal technology. But it is the millennials who could be the next great generation. Join 13 Penn State students as they discover what it means to be this generation. We are the Millennials.
Hello and welcome to We Are the Millennials. I'm Vita McHale.
And I'm Chris Killian. We're here in the Mateer Building, home of student-run Cafe Laura, here on Penn State's University Park campus. Today we're going to take a look at our generation learning outside of the classroom.
Our first stop is the beautiful island of Curacao, where some students are getting their hands dirty learning outside of the classroom.
At first glance, Biology 482, Coastal Marine Biology, looks to be a typical science class contained within the walls of a typical classroom. But look closer and you will discover a research trip within the class to Curacao, an island in the Caribbean known for its vast coral reefs and marine life. Go along with 9 Penn State students to the island as they experience a week they will never forget. A research institute called Carmabi housed, fed, and facilitated lab work for the students. They conducted research while still in the United States and wrote research proposals to be judged and selected, then carried out during their stay. The first night, the students prepared for one of the first projects on turtle grass. After the preparation was complete, they journeyed to a mangrove nearby to conduct their research.
So here's 2 pieces of turtle grass. Turtle grass is sort of like grass that grows on land, so it photosynthesizes like other plants to make its nutrients, make its energy. You see, this piece is clean, it doesn't have anything on it, so the light that comes through the water can hit the leaf and it can do photosynthesis more easily, just like a leaf you would see on a tree. But this one has epiphytes on it, so they're smaller organisms that grow on the leaf, and they just use the leaf as a habitat, but what happens is, you can see here the light won't be able to hit the leaf, so it's harder for the turtle grass to photosynthesize.
A second project measured the oxygen levels of hermit crabs. The students went snorkeling in a boat channel to collect the hermit crabs and brought them back to the lab where their oxygen levels were measured while in the shell and then without.
Basically, we're measuring the oxygen in the water, the initial, and then when the crab is put in, because when the crab is in there, it should use up oxygen, so the final should have lower oxygen when we test it. So we need to minimize how much oxygen escapes because that'll skew the results. Yeah, they're taking a reading of how much oxygen is in the water because when the crab is in there, it's going to use up oxygen. So they're going to take a reading also at the end, and it should lower.
So right now I'm putting in a large one.
Where's he going?
This one's going in right here.
It's going in.
So I'm going to start the timer.
It's at 11. Where is it?
I'm putting in 130. I'm putting in the small one. Or a medium one.
6. Yep, I got it.
Okay, I'm putting in the small one.
3 o'clock?
Number 1.
I mean, 3 minutes?
Yep.
All right. So it should be taken out at 28.
He's going to be there for 25 minutes. I'm going to put this bag over it so he keeps him nice and dark.
We'll be taking out this batch right here. So we'll have an end time and a final oxygen content, like how much oxygen is in the water.
Coming up later on We Are the Millennials, find out how the trip affected the students' lives even after the experience was over, and learn how they plan to use their experience later on.
We Are the Millennials is brought to you by Penn State College of Communications and Penn State Public Broadcasting.
We are the Millennials!
From traveling, I'd never been out of the country, to actually writing a research proposal. And it was the first time I'm a senior. It was the first time that I've had any hands-on experience as far as biology goes. To hanging out on the beach at night with everyone, it was just, the whole thing was great.
I wanted to go to Curacao just because you don't get too many chances with classes in biology to get hands-on experience and field work in the major and in ecology in general. So I just wanted to get on some hands-on experience to be able to actually apply what I learned in classes in the field.
The project that I carried out was looking at the crabs and the different shell sizes and how well they adapt to the different shell sizes and how they respire. So I think it just shows that everything in that ecosystem is really connected. So I think that's pretty important to understand.
Scientific research is actually very difficult, and it's a long process from starting just looking at scientific journals and trying to write it out and figuring out what you're going to do, but then going to the site and then seeing, oh, this might not actually work out and we might have to change it.
We don't think to have to explain every little thing like that to each other, because we know, since we're with our peers in the same class, that they should already know the stuff that we are thinking about or planning out in our projects. So it's hard to try and think outside of the box and think, what is a person who isn't in our classes thinking about, and how will they interpret what I'm saying?
I mean, the whole experience was, everything. I'm never gonna get any of this, but I think just the first time I got in the water and just put my face in the water and saw the entire coral reef was just, I'll never forget that. And
I thought it was cool to be able to eat the raw chitin off the rock that we ripped apart and shared. I kind of like that.
I'm gonna say something different. I really like Carnival. I thought the parade was really awesome. It took a really long time for the parade to actually get to where we were, but it was worth the wait in the end. Just seeing the excitement on everybody's faces there.
We all wouldn't be so close if we didn't have those close quarters and 6 beds in one room and stuffing each other into a van.
There's a whole world out there, and you don't know what anybody's like until you go out there and see it.
I mean, after this trip, I know without a doubt that I want to go to grad school, and I want to pursue a PhD degree in biology and some area of ecology, and possibly even marine biology, like we were studying out there. But it definitely was a wake-up call for me that this is what I love and this is what I want to do.